This program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Welcome to Viewpoint on 96.3 FM WLCN on this first Wednesday of June. So to kick off the month, I guess you can say, and all the fun festivities and everything going on in Logan County and surrounding counties, we have Nancy Schaub from the Humane Society of Logan County. So welcome. Thanks for being on.
Well, thank you for having me. We appreciate the opportunity to talk about the Humane Society. We're always wanting to promote things going on for the puppers and the kits.
So before we started the show, I was asking you the numbers there between the dogs and the cats. Are they up or down from what you've been taking in there at the Humane Society to be adopted out, or not? Are they about the same? Or?
I would say it's about the same. I know there are some cute little new dogs out there, and it's kitten season, so we have lots of little furry fun kittens. As I told you, it's hard for me to go out there because I want to take them all home.
So what is the adoption process? Before we go into what you guys are going to be doing, kind of, tell our listeners what's the process for adopting an animal there?
We like people to come out and, meet an animal. Sometimes people come out with a notion of, I'm wanting this specific animal, and then they get out there and some other animal bonds with them, and then they go home with somebody different. But yes, then they fill out an application, and information is checked to make sure that if they have other animals, that they're vetting them, and there is an adoption fee. It ranges depending on whether you're adopting a dog, a cat, a puppy, or a kitty.
So if some people, and I know it's happened in the past, and we can kind of remind folks you can do this, if you don't want to adopt a pet but you really do want to give that pet a home, can they pay for an adoption fee and that be applied, to one pet or two pets?
Absolutely. In fact, there are at least several cats at this point in time who have their adoptions fully paid by angel donors.
That's wonderful.
And for a while, and I don't know, Seth Goodman, who is the president of the Humane Society, he had sponsored some or all of the dogs that were in there to get them out. We hate for some animals to stay for a long period of time. We want to get them into homes. So.
Right. No, that's wonderful. And then speaking of volunteers, are you needing volunteers? What can the volunteers do? Walk us through that process.
Always we need volunteers. And, it's a commitment of even just an hour a week. I think dogs are taken care of 8, noon, and 5, I believe, and cats are 8 and 5. So you can come and you can be specific. If, for example, I'm a cat person, I wouldn't want to work with the dogs, but I can say I'd like to help clean out the cat rooms and get the cats fed. So we have those options available, plus for our fundraising. Right now, starting tomorrow, is our garage sale, which is a ton of work. So prior to that and during that, we have a need for people to, like I said, give an hour of your time to come help us. So and we do fundraisers throughout the year, near the holidays. We do plant sales. We do a cookie event in December. So we're always needing people that can just give a little bit of time.
So that brings us to, I guess, like we said, you're supposed to possibly have Brenda with you, but she's a little busy.
She's a little tired.
Yeah. So Brenda, thank you so much for what you're doing out there. But lead us into that. What's going on this weekend for the Humane Society?
So we have our annual garage sale, which is out at the fairgrounds. Tomorrow night from 4 to 7, we have what we call preview night. So you can pay $5 and come get your pick of the litter of goodies that we have out there. And that's from 4 to 7.
So they can come by. They're just not, walking around mapping out what they want to buy then.
No, they can buy tomorrow night too.
Okay.
And then on Friday and Saturday, we're 8:30 to 3 to come shop as well. It's probably been one of the largest donation years we have had in a long time. So we have something for everyone.
So you're saying folks have been cleaning out their houses and decluttering.
I believe so. I jokingly said last night, I think we have enough art pieces and mirrors and such to start our own art gallery.
That's neat. What's, and not to put you on the spot, but what's one of the most unique or different things you've seen out there that's been donated for the garage sale?
Oh, we get a lot of unique and unusual, and some things that we actually go, what is this?
Do you have one of those pieces right now for this weekend? By chance?
I know we were looking. There was I think it was a Star Wars immersion blender.
Okay. Alrighty.
And then we have someone donated a lot of older Fiesta ware. So there's some of that. Jokingly, the wife said, the husband said, those were my mother's dishes.
Oh.
You're giving my mother's dishes to a garage sale? And she said, nobody wants them, and your mother bought them at garage sales. So yes, we do get in some good items, and like I said, it's, for me, the fun is seeing what people want to buy.
That's wonderful. Any Fighting Illini items there by chance?
Boy, I don't remember seeing any orange and blue there, although there was something. And somebody said, well, if there's an Illini fan or a Bears fan, they'll want this.
That's wonderful. So, Lloyd, you got anything at the moment? Or
Is there if folks are interested in supporting the Humane Society, are you still taking donations, or is that cut off now? Or
We are done with donations. It took us
for the garage sale.
For
we're
the garage
talking,
sale,
so,
yes.
Yeah.
But people are always welcome to. You can be a member of the Humane Society, or just lots of times we have, when people pass away, memorials go towards the Humane Society. We always appreciate monetary and time donations.
And then also food too. I believe I kind of want to circle back for the dog food and cat
yes.
food.
Yes, we have a pet pantry.
Uh-huh.
I believe it's open on Wednesdays and Saturdays, maybe. And so if people have, maybe they bought a food that their animal doesn't like, they can donate it. We pass out for folks in the area. We always want people to be able to keep their animals in their homes.
So if somebody's in a need or a crisis, then
And then we always need supplies for the animals that are out there. Lots of times we put out a wish list for paper towels and bleach.
I was going to say cleaning supplies, definitely.
Definitely.
Neat, wonderful. So after that, on July 1st, we want to talk a little bit about cookies. So lead us into that.
Okay. So the Humane Society is hosting a fundraiser on July 1st from 4 to 7. It will be at the historic Lincoln Depot. And we are calling it Cookies, Community, and the Constitution. So what it will be is there will be a about 36-foot long, patriotically decorated table filled with 50 plus kinds of cookies.
Wow.
About 300 dozen-ish. That is baked by about 30 plus bakers in our community.
Oh my goodness.
The bakers are anything from one of our city council members to a former local pizza shop owner to the chairpersons of both the local Democratic and Republican Party, to my 88-year-old aunt, and somebody from Texas. So,
Really?
Yes.
Wonderful.
My friend is coming to visit me, and I said, guess what you're going to do while you're here? You will be baking cookies.
I was going to say, you're going to put her to work.
Yes.
So from what you're going to be celebrating the 13 colonies with, so it's what, 13 colonies with 13 cookies for $10.
Correct. Right. We will have two options. This will be different. At Christmas time, we have boxes of cookies that people pre-order. This will be a cookie walk where you'll be choosing your own cookies.
Mm-hmm.
So we have two offerings. One is 13 cookies, commonly a baker's dozen, but we're saying it represents the 13 original colonies.
That's neat.
And then the other option they can purchase is the 26th Amendment. And in case you don't remember your history, that was if they're old enough to fight, they're old enough to vote. So it lowered the voting age from 21 to 18. So that option will be $20.
Oh,
so
neat.
you will pick up your box, and then you will walk the table to choose what cookies you want. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to want the 26 option because there are going to be so many wonderful cookies.
Neat. And then you're wanting to, the Humane Society, tie this into local, for downtown Lincoln and shop owners. So tell our listeners what your hopes and plans are for that, to try and correlate all of that.
So first of all, we're celebrating the 250th birthday of America through these cookies. We are honoring, I believe, 13 presidents, 9 first ladies, several other historical figures, events that shaped our country over the last 250 years. And our motto for the Humane Society, or our mission, is serving animals, serving people, serving community. So we want to encourage people to come down, and we have a new museum there in Lincoln, the Museum of Route 66, I believe is what it's called. So we're wanting people to come down and then go to the museum. That may be go to the museum and then come get cookies. I haven't confirmed with Scott and Lexi what hours they will be able to be open that day. But also, hey, come down and get a cup of coffee at the guest house, or when you're done, go eat a pizza, or go get a libation, or go get some ice cream, because coffee and pizza and cookies and libations all go together. So ice cream. So
And it's nice to walk around downtown Lincoln.
exactly. We want people to shop in our little local small shops, and we have some of our businesses that are donating either to gift baskets that we're going to have there for giveaways, or just different products and such.
Oh, neat. That is neat. Who came up with this wonderful idea, or who?
Sometimes people have too much time on their hands in retirement. It would be me, but it is not an original idea. I did plagiarize. I belong to a group on Facebook that is based out of Pennsylvania, and they have an event called Cookie College, and at their last Cookie College, they did a 250th cookie table where people that attended this cookie college could come and do cookies. And I believe they had 250 kinds and 250,000 cookies for people to choose from.
Oh my goodness.
We're not quite to that scale here.
Well, we'll get
our
Jim.
community.
We'll get Jim in the kitchen and start baking some cookies. Or not, yeah, and he can bake some for you.
So I thought, what a fun thing to do here in our community, especially celebrating both historic Route 66 and the 250th anniversary of America. So
that's a good way to brainstorm, on social media and find out what's working and how to tweak it and make it your own.
So I contacted Brenda Short. I said to her, when I say I have an idea, are you scared? So she said, well, this sounds like fun. So then I started contacting some of our local bakers and said, would you be interested in contributing to this? And I've had a wonderful response.
That's great. That's great. You got anything?
Well, you talked about tweaking ideas. Did you give any thought to, rather than the 26th Amendment, looking at the 21st Amendment that repealed prohibition and adding maybe some wine or
There you go.
liberation?
That would have been a great idea. Maybe we'll have to put together a 21st Amendment basket,
There you
for-
go.
There you go. That's wonderful. So, yeah. After this, what do you guys? What's on the agenda then for the Humane Society?
Then on the 12th of July, there is a car show, and it is going to be in the parking lot behind Spirited Republic, Top Hat, Gazzardo's, and there will be an entry fee and prizes for cars. So that will be July. Then I believe in September we have a Culver's fundraiser as well as a mum sale, and then come December we'll be
Gearing
doing
up for
our
your
cookie-
big December.
cookie boxes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which that is a huge success. You want to give a quick little report for everyone of how this went this past year then?
This year was an interesting year because of the weather. I have chaired, this is my 10th year to chair this event, and we've never had really bad weather. We said we did cookies during COVID and decided bad weather was worse than that. We had, a snowstorm. People persevered anyway. People came and brought their cookies. People came and picked up their cookies. And we were at $7,200. I believe we were about $100 or $200 short of what we made the year before, despite the
But
weather.
still,
so
no, that's
we
wonderful.
thought that was wonderful. So.
Yeah. Well, if folks want to volunteer or have questions on how to donate, who do they contact? You got a phone number or?
I would say definitely go to the Facebook page
Facebook
for the
page.
Humane Society of Logan County. There are several names that are similar, but we are the Humane Society of Logan County, Illinois. And so they can inquire there, and someone will get back to them for any volunteer options.
And kind of walk them through that process as to which direction they want to go. And
Or they can stop out at the Humane Society. Harley Armstrong is our shelter coordinator, and she would be glad to take people's names. And people are welcome to just stop out, go sit down in one of the rooms and pet a cat, or go back and see a dog.
yeah, that's neat. Well, Jim, do you have anything for Nancy? I mean, you've been brushing Dolly, so the cat here. So give him the microphone.
I'm ready. I had a question about, and maybe you already discussed this, and I was just in La La Land. If someone wanted to adopt an animal, what's the process? How much does it cost? Do you have to do an inspection of their home, make sure they're qualified to adopt an animal?
The cost ranges, and I'm not going to speak to that simply because I can't remember for sure, but it's a little cheaper to adopt a kitten, a little more for a puppy, a little more for a dog, and a little less for a cat. But we check out people's vet records to make sure that they're vetting their animals and their animals are being taken care of if they already have animals in the home, and then they fill out an application process for approval.
And of course, animal control also has dogs and cats. Do you work with them?
We do. So often if there is especially a dog that we feel would be very adoptable, they do get a little more exposure at the Humane Society, so they do often go over there and take an animal to bring it over to the Humane Society.
And if someone has a dog that, maybe they're moving or maybe their apartment, they don't accept dogs or cats, and they don't know whether to go to Humane Society or go to the animal control.
Humane Society takes in owner surrenders only. We don't take in strays.
I see.
Because we don't know where they've been. So they need to go to animal control first. If somebody finds a dog or a cat, then they go to animal control. And then if the Humane Society has space, and those I might want to add that those adoption fees include all of the animals being up to date on their shots and being neutered or spayed.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad Jim brought that up because sometimes folks mention, well, I just saw this animal in my yard, whether it be a dog or a cat, and everything about it. And, folks are always like, oh, just call the Humane Society. You'll see that comment there on
Yes.
social media. So, but that's a great way to, like you said, kind of vet it out and get it checked out. It does need to go to animal control first,
Right.
before going there. So,
And either organization has the ability to check for chips from animals too.
neat. That's wonderful. Lloyd, you doing?
Going to be any singing performances at the Cookies Across America, perhaps? A little background music or some such?
Well, I have asked some. I am a former thespian, so I have theater friends, and I have asked for a quartet to open the event by
That would be
singing the
neat.
Star Spangled Banner.
Wonderful.
And they said they would let me know, and I said, that's okay. If there's not going to be 4 of you, pick which one of you will be a soloist. So, yes, I think there will be somebody doing a patriotic number to open our event.
I thought maybe the somebody that was performing was here in the studio with us.
Not anymore,
No?
not anymore.
Aw, Nancy.
But I still have very talented friends.
We'd love to come out and listen to you. So anyway, I know, but Jim, you're doing great. So, well, we're all animal lovers here at the station. So, anything else you want to alliterate the phone number there at the Humane Society, and of course, you mentioned the Facebook page, but what is the number if somebody wants to give them a call? I didn't put you on the spot.
I
Sorry.
don't know. I don't
You can
know.
quickly
But
Google that.
yeah,
but-
we'll have to Google
Yeah,
that.
well, folks, we'll put, if you watch this on the YouTube channel, Lloyd will make sure that he puts that in there for you. Like I said, I'm sorry, but anyway, but I know this day and age, when you get your phones programmed,
Yes.
you just look it up in your directory, and there it is. So, but anyway,
Well, and for this event right now, on the event page, we are doing a little trivia
oh,
quiz questions. So there's going to be 20 questions, and anyone who correctly answers all 20 of the questions will have their name go into a hat to win a free dozen cookies at the event. And then about a week before the event, we're also going to have a photo contest. If you go take your picture with the watermelon bench that sits outside the new museum, you can tag us, and we will pick a winner from putting those names in a hat to get a free dozen.
that is neat. That's wonderful. No, I like how you're incorporating local businesses in downtown, and
We
that
might
is neat.
even say, if you don't want to sit on the watermelon bench, you could go take your picture with the big Abe's at Abe's. So,
That is neat. So.
one thing that we're doing with the cookies too, like I said, we're honoring different presidents and first ladies and such, but we're also honoring Route 66, and so there's going to be specific cookies for the 4 towns in Logan County that sit on historic Route 66. So think about a smiley face, a watermelon, bacon, and bunnies.
Oh, okay. Now the bunnies threw me off. Smiley face is Atlanta. Watermelon, of course, is Lincoln.
Bacon.
Bacon is
The Pig Hip Restaurant.
Big Hip
at
Restaurant
Broadwell.
at Broadwell. But then
And the Wild Hair Cafe.
Wild Hair Cafe.
Wild
That's
Hair
right.
Cafe.
Yep.
Correct.
So I was going to
So
say,
yes.
but yeah, put it together. So trivia again.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so well, Nancy, thank you so much, and thank you to all the volunteers there at the Humane Society. You guys, you make it look easy. When you read the posts and everything on social media, and when you attend one of your events, for the Humane Society, you guys just make it look very easy.
Thank you. We are blessed with some great volunteers. As we talked about, we always need more help. We are very thankful for the community that supports us, supports our events, supports us financially. So yeah, we're very blessed out
Wonderful. Well, folks, $5 will get you in the door Friday night, I believe. At the,
Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday night. I apologize. At the fairgrounds to start your shopping and finding those most unique items that have been, donated. And I guess some folks didn't tell their spouses that they're donating items. You can find them there. But anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to Viewpoint on 96.3 WLCN. The Lord weather willing, we'll be back next week.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. This program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.